1320. Hello, everybody.
The timer wasn't done yet.
What do you mean the timer wasn't done yet?
It was still counting down.
What? Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
Wait a minute. Let me go back.
No. We're here. We're doing it. Go back.
Fine, I'll go back.
Teasing everybody. Hi, friends.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
You guys should see the setup.
Oh my God, the setup's ridiculous. You should have seen Andalee today putting together all this stuff. Her putting together cameras, setting them up, setting up lights, the backdrop. It was amazing.
You know how I am.
I know.
All about the tech.
You are amazing.
It's all tech or nothing.
That's my new shirt. Not Mike on the mic, as in the chat. It's whatever you just said right now.
All tech or nothing.
All tech or nothing. All tech or nothing. And yes, just so you're aware, the camera did add about 25 pounds to my face. You know, not hers, just mine. You know, I don't know what it is about these cameras.
It's a weird focus.
It's a weird focus thing. It only affects me, nobody else. Just yeah. So.
What are you talking about? You look great.
Whatever.
You're so handsome.
Whatever. You're just, you're just saying that.
I'm not. You're handsome. You don't know what to do with that, huh?
No, I don't. I don't know what to do with that.
So who's on?
So who do we have with us today? We got Lydia. We got Kara Shimmyquake.
Lydia just got back from Egypt.
Oh my God.
So jealous.
Somebody asked me how many cameras are we running? We are running 3 cameras. I can show you camera 1 right here. We're on.
Camera 1.
Camera 2.
Camera 2.
Hey everybody, how you doing? All right. Camera 3.
You guys, I posted a picture earlier of Mike. Obviously, I did not set this up. Right. And I posted a picture of him. We've got lights and cameras, and I told him, I was like, all we need is a cell phone.
Yeah, a cell phone.
All we need is a cell phone.
All we need is a 1986 VHS camera with the huge tape in there.
Just propped up so that people
with
can
some
see
duct
us.
tape.
And he was like, shh. And he said, just let me do what I do. And so we got like cameras and monitors. He can't do it. He can't.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'll just take it all down right now.
We'll just put up my cell phone. It's fine.
There you go. Yes.
So wait, who else is on?
Lydia says she has a 1986 VHS camera.
Of course she does.
Yes. And she probably still has the tapes. Is it a beta? What is that? What was it? Betamax? Back in the day? Anyways.
I don't know. You're older than me.
That was my attempt to be funny. It just didn't work.
Stop trying.
I know. But thank you everybody for coming. And yes, today we will be giving away a full VIP pass for Hot Raqs. This pass will be, we'll give it away. It's going to be a trivia question. So do a deep dive real quick on Hot Raqs. It's going to be 1 question. The first person who answers it in the chat correctly.
Why'd you put that in air quotes? Why was that on air quotes? Why was that correctly?
It was a half quote.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think it should just be literally, it's correctly.
Literally, it is correctly. Yeah. So whoever gets that will win a full VIP pass. Why don't you tell them about the VIP pass?
It's a $450 value this year. So it's all of the classes, all of the shows, both festival days, the Friday meet and greet / show, because we have.
Wait a minute. What's happening in the meet and greet?
I know.
This is not the big news, by the way.
Okay, but it's still big news because the last couple of years we've done just a little more straightforward meet and greet on Friday evening, and had some music playing, but it was a little bit more like ambiance music, a little bit more laid back, even though we had amazing musicians. We had Ollie Paris come one year. But this year is going to be a little bit more of a show. So we have the UC Santa Barbara ensemble coming. So the UC Santa Barbara Middle Eastern ensemble, right? Mideast ensemble.
UCSB.
Mideast ensemble.
The Marcus.
Yes.
Family.
So the Marcus family et al. So we're so excited because we're going to have just a few dancers. We will still have some snacks and all of that, and time to open floor dance and chit chat. but with a really amazing, beautiful concert.
Yes.
More live music, man. That's what
Live
we're
music
about.
is the best. Yeah.
That was one of the goals. Huh?
So what else is happening at Hot Raqs this year?
I don't know. What do you mean? You're putting me on the spot.
What do you mean putting you on the spot? We have 2 fabulous teachers.
Okay, so what else in general? I thought you were
Yes,
saying
I'm
that's
talking
new.
in general.
I was like, oh man, that's
fine.
pressure.
That's fine.
Pressure. Well, actually, yeah, we have 2 artists. Our instructors, our headliners, are both coming from out of the country. They're both international, and they're both teaching in the U.S. for the first time.
Yes.
That's never happened in the history of Hot Raqs.
No.
So Mohammed Garib is coming from by way of Tokyo and Cairo. So he's from Egypt, and he is living in Osaka, Japan, and he's coming, and he is just so fabulous. He was mentored by Mahmoud Reda. So if you know, you know. And then we have Shimmy Queen Jasira from Poland. And if you haven't seen her on YouTube, I would just like to say, yes, you have. Just maybe you didn't know it was Jasira. And then you look her up and you're like, oh yeah, that lady. I did see her because she's amazing. And she's got millions of views, probably adds up to billions at this point. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, but she is good. She is fabulous. And I've been able to take a class with her. She's not just a beautiful dancer. She's also a pretty great instructor.
When did you take a class with her?
Well, it was online.
Oh.
Because she hasn't taught in the US. So it
Well,
was
that
like,
makes sense, huh?
it was, and I didn't go to Poland.
Right. No,
right?
you didn't?
I didn't, not yet. But she was teaching online. I don't remember who had her. So I feel terrible. I'm sorry. But it was on Zoom during like the pandemic days when we were all doing that stuff more often. And
Right.
oh my gosh, it was great. She was fantastic. So we have them coming.
Mm-hmm.
The gala show is going to include Mohammed's Tanura set.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen a Tanura show?
No.
Me
Well,
neither,
not really.
live.
Yeah, not live.
I haven't seen it live before because I haven't been to Egypt. Like a bunch of my friends.
But I think Lydia did in Egypt just
they
now.
all did. And Laura.
And Laura.
And
all the
Solomon,
people.
And Azza and Sly. All of those people, man.
We watched from afar.
We did. We enjoyed it vicariously. But a Tanura show is when they use those big skirts.
Right.
Big skirts, and they're spinning around and manipulating the skirts in all kinds of way, and it might even light up. So anyways,
Yes.
I'm super looking forward to that.
Yes. And then, of course, my favorite, the after party. Hey, where's the after party, by the way? It's just right across the street. Anyways, never mind. Shimmy, sparkle. But, and then Sunday, we'll have the Georgia Mom Ensemble for the finale.
And they're also at the after party on Saturday.
They are at the party
So,
on
I mean,
Saturday.
it's not too shabby.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, you know. Yeah. So how you doing?
I am so good.
Yeah. So we brought you here today to give you some amazing, well, some news about Hot Raqs. And, you know, before we get into that, you know, I'd like to know from Andalee, like, what did it mean to you doing this festival? Or what does this festival mean to you?
I mean, that's a super hard question to answer. I think that initially our goals have been to, like when we first started, what year did we start?
2000.
The first one was in 2017.
17.
So we started planning this in
That's not the trivia question.
It's not. So we started planning in 2016.
Yeah.
So Penelope was 3,
Mm-hmm.
right? Max, Penelope was like 2 or 3, actually, probably 2, hadn't turned 3 yet. Max, our oldest, was 5, 6, I don't know, somewhere around there. So they were little. It was almost 8 years ago. Our concept for this festival was to have it be a place that's super uplifting for artists, right? So the musicians that come, the performers that come, the students who are still learning, not quite there yet, but they're on their journey. We wanted to offer everybody this elevated space, right? Literally and figuratively. So we had a stage, so everybody wasn't on the same level. We had created a place where there's a good atmosphere and friendliness and was in a nice venue. So it really kind of took care of the art form. So it didn't feel like we were going to a back alley kind of venue. You know what I mean? Like little, kind of sketchy. You don't know what you're going to walk into. It was always just a really nice place to be. And that's something that was important to us from the beginning.
Yeah. And side note, whose idea was Hot Raqs? This guy. It took me
it kind of was
like 8 years to get you to do this festival. It took a long time.
Come on, 8 years. No,
whatever.
You always had something big in mind.
No.
You always wanted to do something big. I got you to love this art form, the music and the culture and the dance.
The drums.
Absolutely, the drums. And he's always a go big or go home kind of guy. So it got to the point where finally, after going to festivals and events, we decided we can really do something special. We make a good team. We both have the good abilities that complement each other, right? So you're like so good at tech kind of stuff, figuring it out. You're the figure it out guy, tech. I look at tech and it breaks. So we give that to him. And I did the organization part and create a whole vibe.
Right. And after all this, I still like your face, which is good.
You're okay.
Well, maybe we should move on to what we're here to talk about. So, we've been doing this now for eight years. This will be year 8.
Yeah.
And, and remember the COVID year real quick when we did it online. That was something I was always proud of because we were really the only festival that happened during that. We didn't stop. And, we made, I did it where it was completely online, but it was still live with everybody. And then it was actually Samantha, and we had vendors. Yeah, we had virtual shopping. And it was because of Samantha Kareem that had the idea of doing a live music with the band in a different, and I was able to somehow pull off the band being in San Francisco, me being in Clovis, and the dancers being wherever, and they were able to dance together and send it out, which wasn't
always perfect.
No. but it worked. You guys were much more forgiving back then in the COVID days.
Yes, totally. Yeah. It was definitely heartfelt, and absolutely being able to continue Hot Raqs through COVID, and then being the first festival to come back safely. We required either vaccines, so a vaccine card or a negative test.
Yeah, I remember
right there.
I remember going out through the whole town, buying up all the tests.
Yeah, because we had them at the front, and if somebody came and they weren't vaccinated, which is their choice, then we'd say, okay, just here you go to the bathroom and take a test.
But anyways, so we've been doing this for 8 years.
Yeah.
This is year 8. And what happened is, we had no intentions of what's happening. It was we strived on putting together an event that was quality and we always tried to, not just a festival, but like an experience. It was important for us that everybody who came felt special and felt like a star,
Aw, honey.
Yeah, I know.
Aw. So I think this is, I think maybe everybody knows where we're
headed. Everybody knows where we're headed. So what happened, this is going to be the last year of Hot Raqs. It's going to be, our venue has officially priced us out. They kept raising the prices. And, I've always been honest with people about how much it cost. I mean, it did cost us prior, it was like $12,000 just to walk through the door for the venue, and then everything else.
From our first year till now, the price has increased 150%.
Right. And so we, it was never about money for us. We never made one penny off of this festival. But
No,
then
we lost money on this.
yeah, and that's fine. It's not the point. But the venue, they raised their prices another 35 to 40, was a 30 to 40%, and they've officially priced us out. And what we didn't want to do was change the venue, because it was because when you came to Clovis, you parked, everything was just right there. The hotels, the after party, there were, you just parked and everything was walking distance, and it was a nice area, it was safe. And we talked about moving to somewhere, but what we never wanted to happen was to lessen what it was. We never want that somebody to say, "Oh, you remember when it was over there?
Remember when it was good?
Yeah, remember when it was good? And they
Remember
were
when
awesome."
we liked coming here?
Right.
Yeah,
And
I agree. It's sad. We thought of all the ways. We have talked to the board there at the venue before, and talked about the price increases and how it's making it hard for events like ours to happen. But these places are for profit, and when it comes down to it, like Mike said, we could choose to move the venue. However, after taking a look at all the venues that are around, basically one big enough would be in Fresno, and Fresno can be pretty cool, right? But it can also have some pretty sketchy areas, and a lot of the venues tend to be there, or they are as much or more expensive than where we already are. And we feel like we are priced at the tippity top of where we can and want to be. And we're all friends here, right? I am a mommy, and I have two really fabulous kids, and they're getting older. They're 10 and 14 now. And I don't know if you remember being that age, but that's when you start getting real busy. So, and we are lucky to have kids who are involved in stuff. So we're talking cheer, drama, jazz band,
right.
symphonic band, marching band. It was gymnastics, swimming, 4 nights a week.
Are you trying to say there's a lot on your plate?
I'm saying that there is a lot on my plate, and that's okay. Until it's not. So when it paired together with the cost increase and just feeling so overwhelmed, and there's no good place where we could recreate Hot Raqs, and feeling like I already, because I get to be a kind of a stay-at-home mom, I also have my dance career and classes and all of that, but get to be home during the day for the most part, and I want to be there for my kids, and they need me. And so all of it coupled together made it feel like I think we have done a really wonderful thing. I think that this event has been magical. It got a lot of us through a really hard time around COVID. And it's okay to know when to let something go.
Right.
And as I'm entering, my hair will tell you I'm entering my wise years. I'm getting grays, right? And I think just kind of accepting from the universe that we did a cool thing, and it's okay to move on.
Right.
Hot Raqs as a production LLC is not done.
Right.
I can't help myself.
Right.
We do cool shit, you guys.
She just said a bad word.
Look at all this equipment. I mean, you can't see it, but I can see it. Mike is so motivated to keep using it and do cool stuff. I'm feeling motivated to continue to foster artists and create spaces for people to dance and come together. So maybe it won't look the same as this like 3-day extravaganza, right? But it'll still be awesome. I would like to say highlights. Hot Raqs was and still is, because we still have to finish this year. We're still doing this year.
It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be so lit.
And just this wasn't the intention. We had no intention of stopping.
You can tell from the tears.
Yeah,
my guy.
yeah. We had no intentions of stopping. We were moving forward, and things were just going to get bigger and better because I had tons of ideas. Oh my gosh, so many ideas.
All the ideas.
All the ideas. You know, but I mean, it was out of our hands, you know. And this year is going to be amazing. And yes, somebody's posted something in the comments like, "Is this a positive flow transition to Capital City Festival, which is coming up next weekend, and the Cairo Shimmy Quick?" Absolutely. I mean, we nothing more than support everything that's going on, and
Yeah.
and it wasn't that it's like Hot Raqs like failed or anything like that. It was just the building that they price us out. It's just and we support everybody.
I feel like this has been so successful. It's been so successful. We did exactly what we wanted to do. And it does help my heart knowing that other people are stepping out and sort of like taking the torch. Cairo Shimmy Quake was there before us. And they're continuing.
And they're obviously the gold standard when it comes to this type of festival,
and so big, right? And then we have Capital City Rocks that's starting this year, and
next Saturday.
Yeah, you guys, it's next week.
And I think you're going to be there.
I'll be there.
I think I'm going to be there.
We are.
High five.
Yeah. So I feel good.
And Sacramento.
Yes, Sacramento. I feel good that there are other things that are happening, and we're not just dropping a ball, right? That things are continuing to happen. People are picking up. And continuing to do things. And, I'm super proud of the fact that we have been able to support artists, and not just all artists, which is great, but also artists of origin, right? So people of Middle Eastern, right? Musicians and teachers and performers. I mean, think of all the instructors we've had.
How much were we able to donate, by the way, to the Palestine?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, every year we have, it's thousands of dollars. It's been over $1,000 for the last few years. Our donations to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. We've done Middle Eastern Children's Alliance. We have donated to the International Rescue Committee. So we've always had these goals in mind of supporting community, supporting the cultures that we have received a gift from, of these art forms, of the music and dance and food and language and all the food, right? So it's always been our intention to give back and support. And did we fail at that? You don't think so?
No.
I'm gonna say absolutely not. We did not fail on those ends to our goal. So, I mean, we couldn't have done this without you guys and everybody who supported us, all of our volunteers, right? Like,
oh my God. Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, there we are. Okay, freaking Michelle, rock star. And her husband, Renee, who has always been there for us.
Oh my God. Renee, this is harder for me than it is for her. We couldn't have done it without these guys.
Yeah.
Like the after party was all Renee.
Yeah.
He went, set it all up.
Yeah. And where would we be without Rob and Jennifer?
Yeah.
Doing all the lights and stuff. Jennifer's been helping me set up the dancers the last couple of years,
Could not
Laura
done it without Rob and Jennifer.
Laura always help. I mean, oh my gosh. Her and Daryl always like the first ones here to help set up, and always the last ones to leave when we're packing it in and they're dropping off stuff, right? Setting up the backdrops and checking dancers in and all that stuff. And Stephen and Richard always being there all weekend, being awesome and adorable. Of the people we had tabulating the scores, right? My family, my sisters being there, my nieces being there, always helping out all weekend. It's crazy, Shonda doing the food that's a big ask, Sherry helping out in the dressing room, ready with her needle and thread.
Yep.
um,
And then, it was important for me because, I was a musician in the past, and I know what it's like to be on stage, and I know what it's like to, I guess you could say technically a failed musician or whatever.
no.
Had big dreams, wanted to be a rock star, and I know what it's like to be on stage and to dream and to want to do something. And then when we met, I was completely supportive of her, and just like, I know what it's like to want to do your dream and just do it. And that was what was important for me at Hot Raqs, was that everybody who came felt special. Important.
You guys didn't know how big of a teddy bear he was, huh? Yeah, so it has been special. It has been magical for us, especially, and for people who we've touched. And that's meant a lot to me, because I've had people come back and say how important your talks were backstage, and how much you did for them and the event did for them, and the private critiques after the competition that I did with everybody, watching people come back the next year and be like, I worked on what you said. And I'm like, I can tell. I watched you grow. And dang it, Michael. So anyways, I don't want to drag this on.
Right.
I want to say that I'm so grateful to all of the staff and volunteers and everybody who supported us over the years. One of our number one fan supporters, freaking Adrienne.
Yep. From the beginning.
All the people who have come, Ina, who comes over from Iowa
to
have fun. Yep. Everybody loves Ina.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
all of the instructors that we've had, and we'll be there this year. I hope you guys come. I hope you can make it. I know I've heard from a couple people saying, oh, I can't make it this year. I'll be there next year. And then my heart would be kind of heavy, because I'm like, oh, no, we're not.
Yeah, because we wanted to let everybody know that if you haven't come, or if you plan on coming, this is the year.
This is the year. It's gonna be big. Might be some tears, lots of hugs, and high fives.
And it's just, like I said, I just want to reiterate that we could never have done this without all the help from Rob and Jennifer, Lydia, Michelle and Renee, Laura. I mean, the backdrops, with Laura and Daryl. I mean,
Shonda, Sherry, Steven, Richard. Who am I forgetting? Put on the spot. I feel like that's the Oscars.
Right. And and the biggest thing I always told everybody that, when you took the stage, that this was for you, this is all for you. And it was for everybody. And I hope that came across, that everybody was special and important. Mm-hmm. And we always hope that you left feeling good. Mm-hmm. And I hope that's something we succeeded with.
Come here, Penelope, come say hi.
Yeah.
Penelope just popped in, so she's going to say
this
hi
one
to everybody.
Here. Yeah.
So she was 2 when Hot Raqs got thought of. And she always has her birthday right after Hot Raqs, so it's always kind of like a she has to sacrifice her parents for a few days until we just
right. But let's do this. The VIP pass.
Okay, yeah.
Is this live?
Yeah.
This is live.
Okay. So all right, that's
subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.
They're like,
that's a shameless plug.
Let's get to what they're all here for.
Right. So we're gonna give away a full VIP pass.
Yep.
And it's trivia question. So I want everybody to get on the chat, get your fingers ready. And if you already paid for a VIP pass, and if you do win it,
we'll find some Hot Raqs bucks for you.
Well, no, they can just transfer it to somebody,
give it away?
Yeah, give it
you
to somebody.
Give it away.
So get on there, and it's going to be one question about Hot Raqs. So the first person that gets it in on the chat and gets it right will win.
Okay.
You know the question? Because I know the question.
You gave me an idea of what you might do.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
The first year of Hot Raqs, we used to have, which was my favorite category, was the drum solo contest, as in the Derbecki soloist.
As in a drummer playing a drum solo,
Yes.
not a dancer.
Yes.
Dad, if you love that,
Do any of you
much,
remember
should do
that?
This year.
I know we should, huh?
Yeah, it's the last year.
So here it is. So the first person who can tell me who won the very first Hot Raqs Derbecki contest, 2017, in the chats.
I don't think
No one's gonna know
I don't
that.
think
Yeah.
I know that.
And if nobody knows it, we will move on to question number 2.
And I could also give a hint.
Just tell them to move on, guys.
Do you know Penelope?
All right.
I wasn't even alive.
Yes, you were.
I was? Oh,
Anybody?
I don't know.
I will give it a no. It was not Bill.
That's a good
Bill,
guess.
that is a very good guess, though, but it was not Bill. We will give it. What I will do here is put up a little 30-second counter.
And no one knows. No one knows.
And
Putting
then
up
we'll,
a counter?
yeah, 30
Okay.
seconds.
All right.
All right.
And no
And then we'll move on.
Can we just sing the Jeopardy song?
Bro, people
Oh,
are
you can
probably
sing
like
the Jeopardy
Googling it
song.
right now. People are probably like just like Googling.
Right.
Ooh.
All right. CSQ Virtual. Ziad. Yes. Ziad Marcus was the winner.
That's right.
Yes.
And guess who's coming back this year with the UC Santa Barbara Ensemble?
Who's that?
Ziad
What?
Marcus, along with Scott Marcus and probably Ari Marcus. He'll be back this year. Isn't that nice? Full circle.
So, yeah. Somebody said drawer. No, but it was Ziad, everybody.
It was Ziad.
Cairo Shimmiquick won the VIP full pass.
Now Emily has to come this
Now
year.
Emily has to come this year.
Emily,
yes, Emily,
it's
this is the last
year.
time you haven't been there.
Now you can come.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, but I guess that's a wrap. Is
Yeah.
there anything else you would like to say?
No, I just appreciate everybody. We'll be there this year. I'm excited about our instructors. I'm excited about,
Yeah.
what will be next for us after this year. And I know that we have a great supportive community
Mhm.
to uplift us,
I mean, things will happen again. It just won't be Hot
Won't be the
Raqs
same.
Festival,
Right.
And hopefully we see everybody next week at Capital City
That's right.
Festival in
Mhm.
Sacramento
There are
by
other
Michelle and
things
Zelda.
to support. We will be at Capital City Rocks
Mhm.
and then Quake
Of course.
first weekend of June.
Right.
And then at Hot Raqs.
Yes. We will see you in June. What is the date, by the way?
Ours?
Yeah.
28, 29, 30.
28, 20, yeah, I don't know. It's sometime last week in June. All right. All right,
you guys.
everybody. Love you.
Thinking about Hot Raqs going cold.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.